Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great weekend. I have one simple task for you to do, and that is to go to Tinkercad and then go to circuits and create a new circuit. Of course you should have an account first, but yeah. And then when you come here, you can go down, you can grab a board, a breadboard, and then you can rotate this Arduino. I want to rotate this too. I do not expect you to understand every step. I just want you to do it, and we'll talk about it in class. So I want to use a resistor, let's say here, and then an LED, let's say, I need to rotate that actually. So I go here, cool. So now I can put this here. And then I want to connect pin 13 to one side of my resistor, and I want it to be any other color except for those 4 reserved colors. And then I want to connect this side of the LED to ground, which, cool. So from 13 to the resistor, from resistor to LED, from the other side of LED to ground, that's it. And then I come here, I choose this, just click once on it, and I choose this to be, let's say I call it R, and then I say I want you to have 220 ohm, pay attention to that. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. And then I go to code, ignore the things they are here, I can actually trash them because I don't want them, and then go to test. So anytime you open the Arduino software, you're gonna see something like this inside it. It's a little different from here, but these words are the same. So I come here, I want to comment to say what the program does. I want to say my program does, what does it do? I want to say this is a comment and it does not affect the code. So that's for any comment actually. And then I want to say what it does. I want to say it writes on or off on the serial monitor, and also it makes the LED to blink. And of course I want it to blink and write on off on the serial monitor afterwards. So this is, I want it right on when it's on and off when it's off. So I come here, I can define my variables here. I can say LED, no, I can say int LED. I will talk about these in class, so don't worry about it. I just want you to do this. Int LED equals to 13. I am defining a variable name LED. I could call it anything else. I just want to call it LED to remind me that this is an LED and this is the pin number. So I'm assigning this pin number 13 to LED. I'm just calling it LED. And you always have to define the type of the variable. In this case, it's an integer. That's it. And then I come here. I do want, what do I want to do? I want to say pin 13 to be an output. So I can write high or low on it. When I write high on it, it turns on the LED. When I write low on it, it turns off the LED. So I define it here, pin mode, to be equal to LED and output. Although what you can do here is also that you could just write 13. This line was optional. You could just use 13. Say pin mode, 13 output. But I want to be able to always understand what my code says, so I just call it LED. So that's one thing. This is assigning the pin 13 to be an output. And then I come here and say digital write, and I want to write an LED, let's say high, and then this is how you start the simulation, by the way. So when you code something, you always have to have semicolon unless it's after these brackets or these parentheses. The semicolon is like a period in English grammar. However, without it, it doesn't know when you finished that line of code, and it won't work. So now let's do it and see what happens. So I believe what's happening is that this is backwards. So in your case, in the lab, if your LED doesn't light up, it may just be the fact that you have connected it backwards, in a sense that, I don't think it was backwards, but let's try this. I think, yes, it was backwards. So now you see that I have written high on my LED, so it turned it on. So I could go ahead and say low. I need to stop this first. I could say low and then start it, so it doesn't turn it on. But then I can go back and say high again. Pay attention here. There is some LED here. This is a built-in LED on the Arduino board that it's actually connected to pin 13. So whenever you define pin 13 to be an output, if you write high on it, it turns that on. If you write low on it, it turns that off. So I did show you this. I did connect this LED so that you see it better, and also you're going to use similar things to this. But also know that there is a built-in LED there that lights up whenever there is a high written at 13. So I put this back at high. And I want it blink, right? So that means I want to constantly write low or high on it. So I come and say digital write again, but this time I want to write low on it. and you always need to have some delay to be able to see what's happening. I'm gonna choose this delay to be 100. 100 means 0.1 second. So whatever you put here over 1000, that gives you the second. So let's try this. High, wait, low, wait. It should blink now. See, both of them blink. And then let's just stop this. And I also want one thing here. So here what I did is that I said digital write, because this is a digital pin. Write on the LED, which is pin 13. I have defined it there. I could just write 13 here. It wouldn't make any difference. So I could use 13, or I could use the variable that I have assigned 13 to. And so here I say write on it high, which means apply 5 here, and write on it low, which means apply 0 volts there. And now I also want to write on the serial monitor, which in this software, in this online page, it's gonna show up here. But in class, I'm gonna show you where exactly it is on the actual software. So here, what we do is, I wanna write. I come here, I say anytime you write high on the LED, I also want you to print on the serial monitor. What do I want to print? On. I want to indicate that's on. And at the same time, I want to do the same thing for when it's off. Okay. So that's what I want to do, but if I start this, it's not gonna know what's happening. Because, let's do this. I need to tell, just like here, I need to tell, just like here I define LED to be an output or pin 13 to be an output, I need to tell it, to tell the Arduino that I want it to communicate with my computer. I need to tell it something like serial that begin, I believe that's the code, and I want it be 9600. I believe that's the code. We'll see. And then that's one thing. So I have to also say serial println so now something odd is happening. I'm not sure what that is, but let me do this. That is serial begin, and that is serial println. Seriously, that is always happening. Stop this, and you need to use 2 quotations. I don't know what you call that actually. So now what I'm saying is that I'm saying, hey Arduino, talk with my computer at this baud rate, which is just kind of telling it what frequency to talk at. And then after you do that, now I can ask it to print on or print off. Printing on after it's written high on the LED, and printing off after it's written off on the LED. Pay attention. Without this delay, you wouldn't be able to see things. Like if I comment this, by adding these two, you would probably not see it on at all. You see, you don't see it because it's fast. There's no delay for you to watch it. So now I put it back, I uncomment it, and start it again. Yep. So that's one thing that I want you to do beforehand, and I guess that's about it for now.